Happy Father's Day to all of you watching, and welcome to the NCAA Men's College World Series presented by Capital One. Perhaps more than any other sport, baseball bonds fathers and sons and daughters. And that's true on this glorious Sunday in the middle of June in the heartland for this sport and the College World Series. And Brian O'Connor, number 12, Virginia, leading his group into this all-ACC showdown against Link Jarrett. Three-year starter at shortstop for Virginia. First team all-ACC. And nobody in the country has more hits the last 2 years. Pops out to Daniel Cantu.
And off takes it, wraps it back behind his body, almost going kind of back towards third base, and then he kind of slings it around.
He allows a single up the middle to Henry Godbout, turning around 94.
And the coaching staff said, hey, you know, he has to sink.
And Henry Godbout hung up. And the lefty Carson Dorsey nabs Godbout for out number 2.
Well, how about that pickoff move, huh?
Almost Bagwellian. Good breaking ball from Dorsey. Flips in a slow one at 72, and out of this arm slot.
It should have been caught, weren't some giant hits.
Swing and a miss. 93 up the ladder for Jay Woolfolk. Delivering it this time of the year. Woolfolk here in the first. Swing and a miss. It's all four-seamers now for Jay Woolfolk, and that's what he uses for 2K. A natural way. A different guy right now. In the air, center field. Harrison Didewick gets the start in center today. He's there to end a 1-2-3 bottom of the first.
Had to wake up this morning and find out.
Jacob Ferentz against Carson Dorsey, and on a hop to second, Drew Farreau retires Ferentz. Yeah, I heard you guys had a good dinner last night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Ben, you know about pickleball?
No wonder he couldn't gain any weight, Dan. He's playing too much pickleball.
Strokes this one in the air the opposite way toward left center. And Harrison Didewick has a one-out double here in the second.
Pretty good move to the baseball right here.
Pops this one up to the right side of the diamond. Drew Farreau. 2 gone.
Yeah, one of the first changeups right there by Carson Dorsey. We said, well, hey, that's going to be one of the biggest pitches. It wasn't.
Posey said to us today, he's got a chance to be his best secondary when he lands it. Fastball on the ground to short, and Alex Lodis ends the inning. Carson Dorsey leads the man in second in the second.
I just thought that was such a cool gesture that Brian O'Connor did. And he told me that Brian O'Connor did that when he was at Notre Dame, he kind of did the same thing. He had one of his players bury his
throw. 3-2, cut on and missed. Third strikeout for Jay Woolfolk, all with the fastball.
Yeah, he is shoving that fastball in there right now.
2 in the 6th spot. 23-year-old puts a charge into one to deep center. Harrison Didewick goes back at the wall. Oh, he caught it! Harrison Didewick!
My goodness, huh? A little over 2 days right here, but this one right at the top of the list. Watch Didewick going back. One peek at the wall, and up he goes and says, give me that! And he robs one, and that gets Virginia off the field. I would think there's some deception there for sure. And both these guys so far today, real heavy on the fastballs.
Heater there, and it strikes out Luke Hansen.
He was playing deep. He was back.
Griffo Farrell goes first pitch swinging to Alex Lodis. 2 down for Dorsey in the third.
Pitching's not defense. Pitching to me has always been offense. Put the hitter on defense right away.
In the air, right field and shallow, and James Tibbs charges in to cap a 1-2-3 third. Good pitching on both sides. This is pulled off the end of the bat in left. Anthony Stefan makes the catch. First start in more than a month, and he runs it down.
Well, I tell you what, he got turned around a little bit. This ball coming off the right-handed bat, and it's hooking back toward
and Brewers organizations. Woolfolk's 2-0. This is pulled sharply on the ground into right field, a base hit. And that's a one-out single for Drew Farrow. Jackson West pops this one up. Foul ground at Luke Hansen. 2 down. Link Jarrett said to us this morning that going back even to the fall, he has begged.
Look, you could hear, I guess, in Omaha when we have so many cameras, but during the regular season, you don't have that many cameras.
Max Williams dumps this one into left field, a base hit. Farrow thought about going first to third, stops in second. Payoff pitch, misses, and they're loaded for James Tibbs.
Well, you talk about seeing it well, huh? That's laying off 2 really close breaking balls.
Woolfolk's 3-1. Misses in, and the Noles lead. With the bases loaded and 1 run in. Woolfolk's 1-2. Away, weak ground ball, got about to the bag. And the inning is over. But Florida State strikes first, and after 3 in this elimination game,
that's not for you.
Sauke clubs this one in the air to left at Jaime Ferrer. On away, Danny.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you a little bit more. I got to talk to JT this morning, Link's son, and he told me that he can't.
Happiest person on the planet or not? So we ground ball from Henry Ford at Cam Smith. 2 gone in the 4th. So Carson Dorsey way up, and a lot of induced vertical break as well. Another fastball, and this one gets popped up by Ferentz to James Tibbs. 1, 2, 3 again, this time on 9 pitches. Last year was here in Omaha. 1-0 Florida State, bottom of the 4th, and Jaime Ferrer tees off to left. God, 2-zip. And Jay Woolfolk came up hobbled, it looked like.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Woolfolk here. Some point his lower half, it looked like that was a hanging breaking ball. 104 off the bat. It traveled a little over 400 feet. Boy, this is the one you're hunting as a hitter right here. That hanging breaking ball just kind of sitting up in the zone. Maybe we can pick it up in the replay here. Yeah, he grabbed his right knee right away.
Interesting.
And that's odd because he pushed off. Watch him push with his right leg off the back. Everything looks fine there. But instantly.
Center field and Diduit for the first out. And now he's limping a bit off the back of the mound. Josevino can give length. That was their intention for him all season. 5-pitch walk, and we'll see if that's it.
Fastball. And I tell you what, the breaking balls were pretty good too. Threw some good cutters, good sliders.
Comebacker up the middle, and Godbout flips, so Farrell turns, and it's 2. Right on cue, Josevino doing what he does in relief of Jay Wolping, Jeff, in line.
And listen, that's a full-time job too.
Harrison Diduit pops one up to begin the 5th inning into shallow left, and Jaime Ferrer makes the catch. 9 straight retired by Florida State starter Carson Dorsey, who hits Ethan Anderson with the first pitch. Breaking ball turned a little too much. While Josevino is tasked for taking over for Jay Woolfolk. 3-2. Misses, and there's 2 on for Virginia. 1-2. In the air, behind short. Lodi's out. Tough play. Williams to make the catch. 2 gone.
Outstanding play right there. You could tell when that ball went up, it was going to be trouble. Watch him straight out in center field. Gets an outstanding jump. You can see right away he recognizes it and coming wide open and calls it off. And I mean, picks it right off the grass.
Two down lineup turns over to Griff O'Farrell. First pitch swinging right at Lodi's. Only the fourth pitch O'Farrell's seen in 3 trips, and he lines out at 98 off the bat to lead 2. Trip to Omaha, the 3rd most ever. They're in the Sunday Golds. West in the air to center at Ditowit. One away.
But they have been in 2 years, too. Only 23 wins last year for Florida State, 47 this year.
Max Williams skies this to Casey Sauke in 2 down. The biggest turnaround in the country. Strikeout and the walk. This one is flared into right, and Cam Smith dumps it down in front of a sliding Sauke, and Smith takes off for second and is in scoring position. A double for Cam Smith, and now with 2 outs and a man at second and a base open, Virginia will intentionally walk James Tibbs, the ACC's Player of the Year. Is that the right move in your mind?
100%. I mean, there's the outside edge, and you started on the outer third, it can run right back into the barrel.
With 2 on and 2 out, 2-2. Dinges into right field, a base hit. Smith rounds third. Sauke's throw, not in time. And the Noles had another. Kept him out the first couple of months. This is clubbed high in the air to left. Stephon goes back at the wall. Gone! Again!
Boy, that is big time there.
Year for him, career highs in OPS, home runs, and RBIs. Cantu strikes out, inning over.
It was something all speed, right up and in is what it looked like. Yeah. Little slider, middle part of play, just about bell tied. He knew just what to do with it. A 3-run shot, making 2 homers on a day for him. And the Noles up 6-0 as we head to the top of the 6th inning.
Godbout. This is pulled into left, and everything coming up Jaime Ferrer.
Hammers had to get a new team. He said that's what this is all about. So Jaime was watching, and Link was out building this team back.
Swing and a miss. Danny, as Sauke strikes out against Dorsey. Yeah, Jaime was saying there, and Tibbs. And oh yeah, possible top 10 pick next year in Jamie Arnold too. Line drive just over Lodi's, and Henry Ford splits the gap with a 2-out single here in the 6th.
Dorsey trying to get some career when you count the 2 years in junior college. That's where he kind of honed his skills in a lot of ways.
He misses up and walks Ferentz, and that puts 2 on for Virginia with, again, an explosive offense that can erupt at any time in Omaha. Can they scratch through in the 6th against Carson Dorsey? 2-2. Swing and a miss. Carson Dorsey dials up the curveball with something special from Christian Moore, who they call Simo for Tennessee. Alex Lodi's puts a charge into this one to left center, and he goes deep to lead off the 6th for Florida State. Third home run of this ball game for the Seminoles.
And I'm talking about a big ball here. 108 off the bat, 407 feet it went. Lodi's just a ball right in the, I tell you, Florida State's not missed anything today. Every ball it feels like is left over the middle part of the plate, they have put a barrel on it. That's big.
And that will end the day for Joe Savino. Grad transfer who came in from Elon and pitched well once he got healthy down the stretch. And in the Carson Dorsey. On the ground sharply to short, and Griff O'Farrell handles the high. As good a college shortstop as you will find.
92 miles per hour these days, so he's a few clicks below that.
And he can field his own position. Two guys. Can we drop an athlete on that?
He's certainly an athlete back. The perfect position is to be here, pull in with this, and the arm comes through, and now I'm in a good fielding position to be able to catch the ball.
And to pin one to the bottom of the zone. That works too for Angelo Tonis. Couple of ground ball outs, and then
yeah, Carson Dorsey has just built on what he started in the postseason. We mentioned it, 1.28 ERA coming in.
Anderson pulls it fair down the line in left, and a big turn, and he will hold with a single to lead in for left on lefts, and he proved it. And then he was so clutch in the NCAA tournament last year. Bounces this one right side in the hole. Thoreau does not have a play. And now the first two are on for Virginia.
Well, exactly what they needed. They had some chances in this game, hit some balls hard, but nothing to show for it. Virginia, you don't have to get them all back in this inning. Just put a crooked number up there.
And Dorsey goes back to the fastball. Again up the ladder to punch out Hansen.
Well, how many times have we seen this? It seemed like when Dorsey...
With Griff's father, Ren, watching on this Father's Day. Swing and a miss. Dorsey's got the curveball as well, and he has fanned a half dozen.
Hitting it, turning it over, making it move.
Godbout pulls this into left, and Ferrer could not make the catch. Anderson scores, and Virginia's on the board. With two aboard and two outs in the seventh. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Carson Dorsey delivers again.
Boy, Carson Dorsey just emptied the tank right back. Those kind of numbers, I don't think he's coming back.
No.
He's going to be too high of a pick. And I love watching him at the plate.
Hard hit ground ball to short, and Griff O'Farrell is starting.
Just stop it.
It is so good. Probably the best defensive shortstop in the entire country. And now James Tibbs bounces into the shift to O'Farrell. Two down. Virginia was the last school to recruit him. Dingus to O'Farrell. There's the arm.
He got it right here.
Tag applied by Henry Ford.
What we thought he would do, and that's elevated fastballs. And that elevated fastball, why is that pitch right there? Pretty good job of getting on top of that one.
By Ferentz for a pull side single to lead things off here in the eighth. Huge swing and miss on the slider for Oxford. And this one is so good it caroms away from Jackson West and puts Jacob Ferentz in scoring position. You know, Oxford came on.
If you got him. But you got to spin it in the zone.
1-2. That's down, but Didowick chases and strikes out one away.
That's
up the middle at Drew Farrow. Two down. The clock's ticking on the Cavaliers. At third. 3-2 in the air, center field. Max Williams goes back on the move, and it's off the wall. Ferentz scores, and Anthony Stefan comes through, and Virginia's not done yet.
what an at-bat that.
With Stefan aboard, the payoff. Popped up, shallow right center, and Tibbs is there, and the inning is over. The lead is 4 for Florida State. Ferrer pops this one up into right. Casey Sauke. Big league flyout, one away.
I mean, you got to have a short memory. And as difficult as that one was, this team has come out and they put up some runs on the scoreboard.
Henry Godbout retires Cantu. And those two guys helped out in a big way. In the air to center at Harrison Didowick. Virginia's down by 4 with 3 outs left. Noles by 4, 9th inning, 3 outs left to work with for Virginia. This is Griff O'Farrell. On the ground to third, and Cam Smith collects. One away. Well, if this is it for Griff O'Farrell, what? It's a walk, and there's a one-out base runner for Virginia with the heart of the lineup to follow here in the 9th inning. And this for a Virginia program that had only been to 3 regionals before Brian O'Connor showed up. This is a rocket, but right at Lodi's, it's over. Florida State wins it and stays alive in Omaha and knocks out Virginia.
That kind of sums up Virginia's at the College World Series this year. They hit some balls on the button today, but not a whole lot of show for it. Virginia ends up scoring, what, 5 runs in 2 games, one of the best offenses in the country. But I tell you what, give Dorsey all the credit in the world. The starting pitcher for Florida State, he was outstanding. He just shut them down for most of the game. Ends up going 7 innings, 3 runs, and now Dorsey is 3-0 in the NCAA tournament, but his ERA